Hi everyone and happy Sunday. So today I'm going to do a little cooking for you all. I have some chicken, broccoli, as well as some potatoes. So stick around. So the first thing that I'm going to do is get into a little prep. As you can see, I'm just here chopping up my onions. So I'm just taking the skin off of the onion. The little thing I like to do is find like the very first layer of the onion and start peeling it, and then I'll wash it, of course, after that. But it's much easier to peel an onion than to be trying to peel that skin off. So after that, I'm just chopping it in half and putting it into a clean bowl. And after that, I am going to start chopping my peppers. The easiest way to slice a pepper is straight through the middle, go around the top, take off the little extra, and knock out the seeds, and that's it. So I'm going to do that to show you guys a few more times as I get all of the peppers chopped up, of course. I hope that everyone is actually enjoying their Sunday. I'm just making a really quick dinner, something that will be, you know, really good for my family, but also, you know, kind of sort of on the healthy side. I like to try to get the veggies in, you know, where I can by using colorful peppers and different things in addition to vegetables with all of my meals. So I'm just finishing chopping this stuff up, and then after I get the last pepper chop, I'm going to move on and chop up those limes, and I'll also show you guys what I will be using the limes for. Always make sure that you clean and discard your trash as you go. So then I'm using the limes for different things. The first two I'm going to chop in half. The third one I'm going to chop in quarters. And then I'm going to show you guys what I am using them for. So I really don't cook with measurements because, you know what I'm saying, I know how to cook, but you know. So after that, I'm just going to wash these vegetables off with some apple cider vinegar and baking soda. After I got that all cleaned up, I'm actually going to open my chicken. So this is a whole young chicken, and just to be clear, I hate cleaning chicken. Like, I'm not even gonna hold you, I hate cleaning chicken, but you know, somebody got to do it. And I have already bleached out the sink and everything, so yeah. So as you can see, some blood or whatever that is in here, so I'm just making sure that the chicken is washed very thoroughly. So this is going to be the first rinse, and then I'm going to clean it again. So after this, I am just taking my kitchen shears and I'm cutting out the back of the chicken because I'm actually just going to bust down the breastbone and lay it flat. So as you can see, I'm just cutting that, the neck part, everything out of the chicken, the excess skin, all of that stuff that come on the chicken. Like, chicken is just so gross to me. If you don't like the butchering part, then, you know, watch something else. But, you know, after that, I'm going in. So now I'm actually going to start cleaning this. So I have some kosher sea salt. I'm going in with my apple cider vinegar, as well as those limes that you seen me with earlier. For all of those people that be talking about don't wash your chicken, wash your damn meat. Okay, wash your meat. And I'm showing you how to properly wash your meat. If you've ever cooked a whole chicken or any chicken is slimy and be having feathers on it and all type of stuff, and you don't know, you know, where this young chicken was before it reached the dinner table. Like, look at that. Now, could you imagine if somebody washed that chicken and that be in your mouth? Yeah, gross. Scrub your chicken. Ooh. Alright, y'all. So after I wash that off, of course, I'm rinsing it, getting all of that salt, lime, just cleaning the chicken very thoroughly. And I just keep washing and rinsing until the water is clear. Like, look at all of that gunk right there on the top. Like, come on now. Wash our meats off. Of course, after you wash your meats and everything, you're definitely going to go in between and bleach, wash your hands, bleach all your surfaces down, all of that stuff. You know, that's cooking 101. See, just look. Oh my gosh, y'all. I hate cooking chicken. But anyway, I'm going to go in and cut off all of this extra skin and fat and all of that mess. I don't want it. So guys, after I've had everything clean, wash my hands, bleach down, I'm going in for the third rinse of the chicken. What I'm doing is actually just making a little brine. So I'm just putting some salt in it, lime juice, bay leaves, and some allspice beads. I don't know what you guys may call that in your culture, allspice or pimento seed, whatever. So I'm putting that in with some cold water, and I'm going to let that sit while I start prepping the rest of my food. So guys, after I have those clean peppers, I wash my hands and everything. So I am just slicing all of the peppers and the onions, and then I'm going to sit those aside so that I can get started on the rest of my food. And I'm not doing any specific cuts. I don't know, what is this called? Julienne. I'm not doing any specific type of cuts because this is just merely going to be used for our chicken to sit on so that it doesn't stick to the pan. So I only use half of each, and I'm going to use the other half so I can make my breakfast bakes. Purr. So I also have some Dutch potatoes that I'm going to use. So I'm just opening the bag of the baby potatoes. And if it's like any little things or just little ugly marks on the potatoes, I usually just peel them off. So I'm not peeling the whole potato because I'm going to make some like smashed potatoes that I saw on Instagram or TikTok or something like that. So I just kind of made my own little recipe and rendition of it. So after I had the potatoes, of course, cut from all the little ugly pieces, I of course wash the potatoes off, and then I get my water started. So I just boiled some water with some salt on it on the stove, and then I'm going to, you know, place the potatoes in there to let them cook. And after I get the water started boiling, then I move on to my broccoli. So I just got some fresh broccoli from like this. It's like a farmer's market kind of sort of name. It's called Sprouts. So it's like an organic farmer's market, whatever. So I just bought 2 stalks of broccoli. I'm actually just gonna chop those up. You can use frozen broccoli if that's all you have, or broccoli to come in the bag, whatever you want to use, y'all. It's, you know, it's not that hard, you know what I'm saying, cooking dinner. So I just chopped the bottom part of the stalk off, and then most of the time the broccoli will start like falling off itself. But if not, you know, then if it's like too big of a piece, I will cut it in half. But for the most part, just start pulling the broccoli apart to like bite-sized pieces. If it's too much stalk on it, then I will go back and like chop the stalk down again. So as you can see right here is like a lot of stalk. So I chopped a little bit more off from that part, and then as you can see, more pieces started falling off. So after I like chop everything up, of course I'm gonna wash my broccoli off. Y'all gonna constantly hear me keep saying that. Wash the broccoli, wash whatever you're cooking off, wash your hands, wash all of the surfaces that you're touching. And my best advice is to wash the dishes and everything as you're cooking, so by the time you're done cooking, you don't have anything to do but to eat. So I'm just doing some like last minute little trimmings and things like that, and then I'm gonna move on after I get my second piece of broccoli chopped up. After I get everything all nice and chopped, I'm gonna wash it off in some cool water. And now I'm moving on to my seasoning blends for my chicken. So I'm gonna start off with some garlic, and this is a tablespoon. So I got tablespoon and teaspoons. So I put 1 tablespoon of garlic, 1 tablespoon of this kicking chicken. If you don't have all of these seasonings, you can just actually just use the kicking chicken and it'll be fine. It's a little spicy. But I put 2 teaspoons of adobo seasoning. I'm going to put a little Old Bay. I try to go with the teaspoon of these things because these have salt in them. And I really don't cook with a lot of salt. But as far as the other things, I'm just putting in a little bit of chili powder and also some paprika for color. I had some smoked paprika, but I didn't feel like looking for it, so I was like, regular paprika will go. As far as our next season, I'm putting in some onion powder. So I'm just putting in all of the things that I like to put on my chicken. Now this actually did turn out to be like a little bit too spicy. I mean, it wasn't spicy, but it had like a nice little kick to it. So you can omit the red pepper flakes if you want. You really don't have to put that in there. And I put some garlic pepper in there. So all of the other ingredients don't have salt in it. And I put that in, and also some black pepper. And that was the last thing that I put in. So if you don't want it so spicy, you can omit the black pepper, omit the chili flakes, and go light on the kicking chicken. So after I make my little blend, I mix it up to make sure that everything is well incorporated. And then I'm going to take our cleaned chicken. I laid it down flat. Now with these seasonings and all that, y'all can see I done put on some gloves, and I'm just shaking it all over to make sure that the chicken is well coated. So of course I don't use all of this seasoning. I'm going to use this maybe throughout the week for other things, you know, that I might cook. So I basically made myself a little rub. So I put some olive oil and all that stuff on it. Y'all could have covered the little chicken legs and thighs a little bit better. But, you know, just rub it in, get it under the skin, you know, do it all nicely and all of that stuff. And just make sure whenever you are seasoning your chicken that you do season both sides of it. Before, when I did make this recipe, I did put it in my cast iron skillet and then put it in the oven. But this time I'm just putting it down on a flat little tray. I ain't doing all that, y'all. I wanted to be quick and easy. So as you can see, everything is seasoned. So I'm making sure that I have everything rubbed all on it, all over it. Y'all know, do it with love, do it with love. Rub it in, rub it in. So I'm just checking, make sure everything is covered. I could have put a little bit more down on the little legs, but I'm just basically rubbing the seasoning in the inside, especially on the breast, because oh my goodness, nobody wants dry chicken breast. That's probably like the worst thing ever. So as you can see, I have all of my peppers sitting on a flat tray. Y'all don't laugh at this little cookie sheet. Y'all, I don't know why, but every time I put something on these cookie sheets that I be buying in the oven, they turn brown. So I don't care. We cook, so y'all don't be laughing at my little pans. So I had this like last little bit of garlic left in this thing, and I got sick of it sitting in my refrigerator because it was literally nothing left in there. So I just took the rest of the garlic and put it on top. So after that, I have all of that seasoning left over that I'm going to store, and I just put a little bit of butter on top of the chicken so it could get nice and juicy. Our broccoli is looking nice. Our potatoes have been cooking, and now you can stick a fork in them. So now I am moving on. Y'all, I got my peanut butter, Jif peanut butter, with a sandwich bag over it. So I can smash these potatoes down. So yes, y'all, I'm just smashing these potatoes. I'm not doing anything special to them. Get something, get anything. I don't know. I got a potato smasher, but I don't know where it's at. So, okay, the peanut butter with a plastic bag is going to have to work for us. So just smash, smash, smash. So after that, as you can see, I'm putting a little salt on the potato, just a little bit. And I'm putting some other herbs. If you have herbs de Provence, then that would be fine. I didn't know where it was, so I just put in some basil, parsley, black pepper, a little bit of olive oil, and I'm going to give them a good toss. And then I lost the soldier. I'm tasting it, making sure it tastes good, and then I'm going to spread these back out on a pan, and I'm going to place them in the oven on 400. And the chicken is also on 400 too. So y'all, look how the chicken cooked for 2 hours, and the potatoes look so good. So y'all, I did coat the potatoes in a little bit of garlic butter. Ooh, y'all, this is so good. Bon appetit.